Okay, it's time to talk PPE, and it's also time for one of you to be in with a chance of winning a site safety box filled with PPE, courtesy of our friends over at Wasp Site Safety. So let's start by getting Marcus Taylor from Wasp Site Safety on the show. Good morning, Marcus.
Morning, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. We will get to the competition in just a second, but there has been a fundamental change in PPE regulations, has there not? And you are the expert in all these things. So what are the changes in those regulations?
Yeah, so this is very much a fundamental change. 30 years in the making, this update has come from. This is updating the 1992 PPER regulations. I think the most important thing to say is it's an extension of current duties and responsibilities. So where prior employers only had responsibility to provide PPE for contracted workers, people who are, absolute employees of that company. Now that's been extended to casual workers, what they describe, the HSE describe as Limb B workers. So that's anybody who is a temporary member of staff, who's a casual member of staff, an agency worker, for example, on site. So I think what we need to take away from this is that HSE are more than ever cracking down on PPE, making sure that people are taking safety seriously and making sure that people are being protected on site, which at the end of the day is what we all want.
So, I mean, effectively, it is people that are employing agency workers who need to be aware of these new regulations. And obviously, there are an awful lot of agency workers out there as well. One thing that does strike me, there's an awful lot of self-employed operators, equipment operators out there as well. But I guess if they're self-employed, then the onus still rests upon them, does it?
Yeah, so I was reading the HSE requirements this morning, and self-employed tradespeople, the onus still is on them to provide their own PPE. However, I think what HSE have done well here in their respect is that there's a lot of grey area. I think when you're operating on site, if someone, goes missing for a week and you need somebody on site, you might get someone in who's a friend who's self-employed. And then are they a casual worker on your site? Are they self-employed, operating on somebody else's site? So I think it's really important to cover those grey areas with sort of one rule. And I think what we found here is that HSE are leaning more and more to it being the employer's responsibility or the site owner's responsibility to provide the PPE.
Absolutely. Well, your timing is perfect because I think we can all agree that we all need PPE, and there's only one thing better than PPE. That's free PPE. You're currently running a competition right now to win one of your damn fine site safety boxes. And if anyone hasn't seen it, that's what the site safety box looks like. How do viewers go about entering, and what do they need to do to take part?
Yeah, absolutely. So our site safety box is an all-in-one package for safety workwear. It's got all of the essential items you need to be site compliant, bar safety boots, because we can't guess your shoe size. Other than that, it's got, your high-vis vest, your hard hats, as you can see there, your safety gloves. So for 90% of general sites, you're going to be site compliant if you've got our equipment. To enter to win one of these free competitions, you need to do two things. Go to @Wasp Site Safety on Instagram. Follow our page and answer the question that I've posted in our story. Now, it relates to what we've just been talking about with these HSE updates, so it shouldn't be too much of a difficult one, but go to the page, follow the page and answer the question.
Okay, I'm going to remind people of that a bit later in the show, but when will you announce the winner?
We'll announce the winner in 24 hours. The question's going to be live in 24 hours. We'll select a entrant at random as long as they've got the question correct. And you'll be with a free site safety box, which you can keep for yourself or you can provide to, say, a casual member of staff who's just joined your site. I think one thing that the site safety box provides is that peace of mind to know I've given whoever's working on my site a box that has the absolute essentials they need to be safe. And that's what we're trying to do with our product.
Yeah, we were speaking off air about that very thing. I mean, not that I'm in the process of trying to sell your products, but if I was running a site, to have a few of those boxes lying around, because even site visitors, where you've got somebody coming in to do a quick check around, or a local person, or even school children, or whatever it might be, to have a few of those lying around on the off chance that you need them, it's not a bad place to be, is it?
That's exactly right. I mean, whether it's for site visitors, if you're doing client walks on a new site, if you're having new starters join your site, if you're, as we're discussing today, having casual workers on your site, I don't think it could possibly be a bad thing to have a reserve of safety workwear, on hand. And I think our site safety boxes do exactly that. We have free 24-hour delivery, so you'll never be left high and dry without the right kit. We're trying to make it as easy and convenient to have this safety workwear, so less accidents happen on site and less people are going to work unprotected.
That's terrific. So I will remind people, or I'll get you to remind people where the competition is, but where can people actually find Wasp Site Safety, even those that don't want to take part in the competition?
Yeah, of course. So you can find us at waspsitesafety.com. That's our website. And our Instagram handle is at Wasp Site Safety. We're also, often putting posters all around hoarding on construction sites, stickers everywhere. So you'll probably start seeing us around anyway. But if you're searching for us, it's waspsitesafety.com.
That's fantastic, Marcus. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with the competition. Good luck with the business. Maybe I need to get a couple of those site safety boxes to stack in my office as well, because guaranteed, I've got bags and bags of PPE, but whenever I turn up on site, I always seem to be missing that one vital thing, and it's usually glasses or whatever it might be. But good luck with the competition, and thanks for joining us on the show today.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Mark.